It's so important for us to take the time and recognize our developmental disability community who contributes so much to our community in every way imaginable. And I especially want to thank the caretakers and the families who help enrich and support the lives of these important residents of our community, and reconfirm that county government plays an important role in not just enhancing their health and wellness, but helping to ensure that there are economic development opportunities, gainful job opportunities, and that we also help address the needs of our caretakers themselves, who I know over the last 2 years have really experienced tremendous distress and challenges as a result of the pandemic. So today is a day for us to redouble our efforts, acknowledge the many contributions of this wonderful community, but reaffirm the county's support and love for all of them. So with that, I'll turn it over to the county executive to make some opening comments here as well. Mr. County Executive.
Thank you. So this is a topic that's near, dear, and personal to me. I have a foster son. I've had as many as 3 foster children, but I have a foster son who still lives with me, and he came to live with me first in 1975. He was an 8-year-old Down syndrome boy out of Great Oaks. And he has lived with me, and he experienced the pandemic close up. All the programs that were available, all those things got shut down, and he was highly dependent on for socializing and connection into a community. And I could see close up, what it meant to lose those connections at work and in, the center that he goes to. So I'm fully aware of what folks have gone through and through the pandemic and in dealing with disabilities. This is an important month for us. When I started out with a foster child, I would bring him places and people were afraid of him because he was Down syndrome and he behaved a little bit differently and he looked a little bit differently. And it took a while before people realized he was just another kid. He was an 8-year-old kid back then and had more in common with, their kids and everybody else than one would have expected. And there's certainly more than people expected. So I got to see how this, how communities transform, how communities learn about disabilities, how important it is for people with developmental disabilities to be able to go out and be in public and interact with people so that everybody benefits from that interaction. They benefit by having the opportunity to experience things that they see other people experiencing, and the community benefits by getting a deeper understanding of these people. And so for me, this is personally important. So I just want to thank you for doing this this month, and I'm happy to join you in this presentation this morning.
Thank you so much, Mr. Elrich. I knew you were a DD family and want to thank you for your leadership and support of this community for so many years. We're also fortunate to have some really remarkable and outstanding community-based organizations and nonprofits that we know are an extension of the families and do such a fantastic job advocating for and supporting these remarkable individuals. And representing 2 of those organizations today, first is Mr. Rick Callahan from Compass Incorporated, and then we're going to hear from Ms. Pat Ritter, who is my Leadership Montgomery classmate, 2008, who we will hear from in just a moment as well. Rick, I turn it over to you to make a few comments.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity for being here today to recognize this phenomenal event that we look at each year. On behalf of the over 40 Interact members supporting people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, I want to thank the County Executive, Mark Elrich, and the Chairperson of the County Council, Gal Albornoz, along with all the other County Council members for the proclamation recognizing National Developmental Disabilities Month. This is an annual campaign that seeks to raise awareness about the inclusion of people with developmental disabilities in all facets of community life, as well as awareness of the barriers that people with disabilities still sometimes face in connecting to the communities in which they live. The DD community greatly appreciates the over 40 years of support from the county exec and the county council, but even more so, the support we have received during this pandemic has actually been truly life-saving. So again, thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for recognition. I keep saying this over and over again. This is a wonderful county to live in and for people to thrive. So it's all that support allows us to continue to do that. So I'll pass it to Pat for some few comments. Thank you, everybody.
Pat, you're on mute.
I can't add appreciation with a mute. I'd like to add my appreciation to Rick's for your recognition and longtime support of those we serve. I'd like to take the opportunity with this proclamation to recognize and thank our direct support professionals who are making a difference in the lives of the individuals with developmental disabilities. They are our heroes, not only through the pandemic, but in their daily work that supports individuals with developmental disabilities to be active and fully included members of the community. So thank you once again on behalf of our community.
Thank you all so much. I also want to spend a special shout out to our Commission for People with Disabilities, who remain steadfast in their advocacy and raising awareness on so many different issues for policymakers, holding us accountable and serving as a partner to make sure we have policies and budgets that reflect the needs and interests of this important community. So with that, the county executive and I will now read the proclamation together. Mark, I'll start and then I'll kick it over to you for the next phrase. So proclamation of the Montgomery County Council and County Executive. Whereas Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month is a chance to promote public awareness about developmental disabilities and to promote greater understanding of the issues affecting people with developmental disabilities. And
whereas Montgomery County has a strong history of partnership with the providers that deliver essential services to individuals with developmental disabilities. And
whereas in the COVID-19 pandemic, which highlighted the importance of the work done by these agencies for individuals with developmental disabilities and the need for people with all levels of abilities to have equal access to services in our community. And
whereas through the efforts of individuals with developmental disabilities and their family members, as well as providers and officials at all levels of government, there are now many opportunities for services and resources to assist individuals with reaching their full potential. And
whereas Montgomery County acknowledges that equitable experiences and full inclusion is a matter of social justice. Consequently, creating equitable, inclusive environments for all is a shared responsibility for everyone. Now, therefore, it be resolved that Mark Elrich as County Executive and myself as Council President hereby proclaim March as Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month in Montgomery County and ask all residents to join us in recognizing and appreciating individuals with developmental disabilities and the tremendous contributions they make to our county's rich diversity. Signed by myself and the County Executive on this first day of March, and of course, the year 2022. So thank you all again so much for your fantastic work. We so appreciate it.